Good afternoon, everyone. Oh, God, is this a topic today? And I know a lot of you aren't going to like it. A lot of you women are going to like it. And I'm probably going to get a lot of hate comments from men, bottom line. And maybe some from women, too. But anyway, I know most of us know things about the Bible, and we've read the Bible, and we've um, studied it over and over and over again. But I think a lot of things that we've missed. I mean, I didn't miss them. I know they're there, and I know that's what it says. But I'm going to go with my video today is going to be about the men in the Bible that were godly and what the Old Testament says about them. Okay? So, today I'm going to deal with Abraham. His name was Abram, but God changed his name to Abraham, father of many nations. Well, he didn't have any kids yet, supposedly. And he was married to a woman named Sarah, which was barren. She couldn't have kids, for whatever reason that was. But you know, the weird thing about it is that when that story narrates about Sarah getting pregnant with child because she was barren. Now, I want you to think about this real hard. That Sarah said, well, if God says we're going to have a child, you're going to be the father of many nations, how does that be? Because I'm barren and you're old. Well, apparently he couldn't have been that lack of ability to bear to spawn a child, because Sarah said, well, all right, then maybe he wants you to go to one of your concubines. Now, what is a concubine? It's a woman from another nation that the wealthy kept in their harem. They were harems. And I don't know how many of them Abraham had. Now, he was wealthy, so they could go in to them, any one of them women, and have any kind of sexual activity with them that they wanted. Now, what was Sarah for? I don't know, cook and clean. Since she was barren, she couldn't have kids. Was he having sexual relations with her? Well, it had to have been, or they wouldn't have known she was barren. So since she couldn't have a child, and God supposedly told Abraham that I'm going to give you a child, and you're going to be the father of many nations, then they expected Abraham to be able to do that. And with who? Couldn't be with her. So he had a whole outfit of harem women at his disposal any time. Now, why do you suppose that is? Well, I've been finding out some things in the past few years, and in my little journey around the United States and living on my own and stuff. And so, but now through learning this, and now keep that in mind, that I've been learning about some things and reading about some things, studying for a few years now. Well, I have a daughter that's on TikTok, and she did a video last night. Well, she put up a video last night talking about the way men are nowadays, how lustful they are, and they expect that their woman to do everything and anything they want them to do. Where did they get that mentality at? I mean, what has this been an outbreak? I mean, you hear people talking about the demonic people, the demonic entities are loose, and all this stuff's coming and going. It's always been that way. Men have not changed. The ones that have changed, somehow or another, when humanity decided to get civilized and start following this Bible about only having one wife, only one. What does that mean? Does that mean somebody that you're married to, or somebody that you only got one person you're having sexual relationships with, or one wife, and that you can still go out and have those lusts and those desires fulfilled someplace else, and then you can come back to your woman and be nice and good to her. What does that mean? Well, anyway, I've been thinking about since she talked about that, and she's gonna get a lot of hate on them, and she knows that. So I'm thinking, since I'm finding out what I've been finding out for a few years now. I mean, most of us are raised that we get married, we have a good life with a man, and we're not even taught about. Some people are taught about sex with a man and stuff like that, but most of us aren't, and we just go into it head on, right? And but I was raised that when a man and a woman gets married, that's it. You're not supposed to cheat on one another. A man's not supposed to go out, but not supposed to be with another woman or want to be with another woman. Have no desire whatsoever for another woman. All you ladies out there that are fighting tooth and toe now, and you're shaving your head, and don't shave your head, because shaving your head's not going to change them. It's built into them, that animalistic, lustful nature in them, which has somehow or another not been subdued and not tamed or whatever. I don't know. Will it ever go away? I don't know. Don't be going out there and shaving your long, pretty, beautiful hair off. Abstain from sex if you want to, because your body is more important to you than maybe that little bit of desire. You see that man and how cute he is and all the nice things he says to you and stuff. Well, anyway, I'm thinking. I was talking to my daughter, my oldest daughter, about a little bit ago about her sister's video. And I'm thinking maybe I might start a podcast. I'd like for us three to get together and start a podcast, and inform all you young ladies out there. Men have not changed from the time of Abraham and eons before that. They have been allowed, supposedly God, because God said, you will be the father of many nations. Well, here's the thing. Abraham went into his concubine, one of them, whichever one, maybe many of them, who knows, and one of them got pregnant. Oh, well, I'm going to be the father of many nations. And Sarah's all, okay, all right. And she helped, I forget her name. I forget the concubine's name. And her name is mentioned. Getting in there and helping her and everything. But here Sarah got jealous. And because Abraham was paying attention to the child, and then on top of that, though, then Sarah did get pregnant and got a boy, named him Isaac. Well, Sarah's still jealous because Abraham is paying attention to God, I want to say Rebecca, but that's not it. Whatever the concubine's name was, and anyway, paying attention to her child, and it was making Sarah jealous. So Sarah told Abraham, I want you to throw her out." Well, see, herein lies the problem that I have. All right, the woman was good enough to have your child. You went in, and God knows what all kind of lustful things you done to her because you're animalistic. Because why else? Why else do you need that many women? Come on now, really. So now today, we think, oh, everybody thinks that. Now, I'm not saying all the men are like this, because a lot of men have learned to subdue their animalistic urges. That if they're there, they don't think about them, and if they do start to think about them, they turn them off. Well, but more than we would like, still keeps those animalistic, lustful urges. And they get married. They set up a nice front, and their woman, and they're making out like they love their woman and this and that. But somewhere along the line, they still got those animalistic, lustful urges. Because I watched a video the other day that said, and this man was talking. He said, "What a man wants, I won't talk about, because it's very embarrassing. It's very embarrassing to him to know that he wants those kind of things. But here's what a man needs: a good woman, a nice home, and blah, 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 blah." So if a man is going to come out and say, "Well, what I want to do is blah, 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 blah," and it's embarrassing, well, then it has to be wrong. So men are still having that attitude. Well, even a Christian man will say, "Well, I don't see nothing wrong with looking at another woman and lusting, as long as you're not touching." Really? So where's all that mentality coming from? I mean, where are they coming up with the fact that because I have these lustful urges and these desires, that I'm going to go out and find a woman that'll let me do those things, regardless of whether it hurts her body or whatever. I mean, I'm really revved up today. Let me tell you, because what I've learned in the past 6-7 years, and and here all this time that I was married, my husband was going out with other women and doing other things, and God knows what. Apparently, my wonderful, which I thought it was good intimacy going on, and the whatever going on, I thought it was okay. But apparently he didn't. So that's what I'm saying. You can look like you're just finally married and the man of your dreams, and he's telling you that you're the woman of his dreams. And all these urges are still going on inside of him until he has to go out and he has to relieve those urges somehow, some way. And now, of course, they've got the porn sites out there that will um, help men out with all their, and then of course there's women in there that's helping them. What is wrong with you women out there? That'll help a man fulfill his lustful desires. I don't know. Maybe YouTube will pull this down. But YouTube, I'm asking you, please don't pull this down. We want peace and harmony in this world. And there's never going to be peace and harmony in this world as long as the male population sees women this way. Never going to happen. So yeah, I'd like to start a podcast with my two daughters, and we get on there and we talk, and people can call women and call, and I'm sure we'd get a lot of calls from men. But I mean, look at all the confusion that's going on with people. I mean, the transgenders, the gays, the LGBTQ, XYZ, whatever you want to call it. People are so confused of what their gender is. And so I'm thinking, it's always been that way. It's never changed. So to look at it now like, well, where in the hell did this all come from? It's always been there. It's just that women in society has learned and thought that they have tamed the men down, but they haven't. Some of them are, some of them aren't. You ever watch some of these monkeys, or even any of the animals that are mating? You see how rough them animals are with those females? They're mean and rough. They'll hurt them. Why? Well, I know a lot of you are going to say because of the fall. All right, okay, let's go with the fall. But why do we have to accept that? Us women that have woken up, and why do we have to accept the fact that we don't want those things done to our body? A lot of those things hurt. Why do we want a man standing over us and telling us you either got to do this or you got to do it? No, we don't know. We want to be just as free as you men do. So, anyway, all you young women out there, all you older women out there that has given up intimacy with your husband or whatever, I couldn't understand it for a while, but now I do understand it. You do not have to be treated that way. Your body is the temple of the Holy Spirit. Remember that. God lives within us. Man or woman. But apparently some of the men, apparently not, because if the Holy Spirit was in there, those lusts wouldn't be there. Now, there we go. You do not have to allow your body or you to be treated with disrespect and used and bruised and whatever. So, I hope this stays up in YouTube. I'm asking you, I'm begging you to keep it up. A merry heart doeth good like a medicine, but a broken spirit will dry up your bones. And if you think you can or if you think you can't, you're right. Y'all have a great day.